over 600,000 people go missing in the United States each year. Tens of thousands remain mysteriously missing.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Mysteriously Missing. I'm Karen.
And I'm Carl.
This episode discusses the disappearance of Khiara Henry. She went missing on July 21st, 2019.
This episode retraced Kiara's last known location in Maui, Hawaii. Her rental car was located in Waiʻānapanapa State Park, and this is in the area of Hana in East Maui. She drove to the park from Kihei, which is an almost 2-hour drive or about 60 miles across the island.
Waiʻānapanapa State Park is a 122-acre park with black lava sand. Waiʻānapanapa means glistening fresh water in the Hawaiian language.
One reviewer on TripAdvisor commented, "The beach was beautiful and the hike up the slope was unbelievably beautiful. We had sturdy hiking shoes but saw lots of people in flip-flops that were struggling. The farther you go down the trail, the rockier and more difficult the footing becomes. You are hiking on black lava and it gets very hot and there's not a lot of shade, so bring water."
Another review stated, "Beautiful location with amazing views and rough surf. Would not recommend swimming, but people were trying anyway."
And now a brief description of the case. Kiara went to Maui on vacation, and she was staying at a hotel in Kihei. She rented a car for one day to visit Waianapanapa State Park. Her rental car was found abandoned in a gravel parking lot at the park.
Her luggage, credit card, and identification were inside, but her car key, cell phone, and a small backpack were missing and have never been located. Her case remains unsolved.
A Facebook post written on August 5th by her family describes Kiara as a helpful person and likes to lend a hand.
She's a person who loves hiking and anything outdoors. Kiara prefers the outdoors to the indoors.
Kiara takes interest in group adventures, animals, and volunteering, even previously participating in beach cleanups.
What stands out most for the family, though, is Kiara's smile and warmth. She's very outgoing, spontaneous, adventurous, her sister said. She's polite to everyone. She always has a smile on her face. That's one characteristic of my sister. She always had a big smile.
And here's Kiara's father describing her.
She's very adventurous. She prefers the outdoors. She likes hiking. She's a vegan. She has multiple tattoos on her right arm. Her hairstyle is very distinctive.
Kiara's family doesn't believe she left of her own accord, as she was close to them.
She lived in San Diego, but her ID is from Nevada. Public records show she lived in an apartment in Mission Valley in the San Diego area. A relative stated she had recently moved to stay with her sister in Nevada.
Kiara was 23 when she went missing. She would be 24 now. She's 5'2" to 5'3", weighing 105 to 110 pounds, and she is biracial, African American and Native American.
She's enrolled with the Sequan Band of the Kumeyaay Nation located in San Diego County.
Kiara was born on March 7, 1996. Her hair is brown, and as well as her eyes. She was possibly wearing a white t-shirt.
Her ears are pierced and her nose had been pierced, but no longer wore a nose ring. She has a tattoo of sunflowers on her upper right arm and a tattoo of praying hands on her right arm just above the elbow.
Kiara's mom is named Monica Henry. Her dad is Kevin Henry. She also has a sister, Theadra Hammond, also known as Thea. There were no reports of Kiara working at the time of her disappearance.
Now let's get into the timeline. July 18th, 2019, a Thursday. Kiara went to Maui on vacation and checked into the Aston Maui Hill Hotel in Kihei. She had a reservation with this hotel until the 21st, a Sunday.
Friday, July 19th. Kiara took a bus tour with Hana Tours of Maui. The tour did include Waianapanapa Park, and Kiara reportedly loved the park.
July 20th. She took a tour with Hike Maui and reportedly went to Twin Falls on the northeast side of the island.
Sunday, July 21st, 2019. Kiara attempted to book a condo at Sugar Beach Resort, also in Kihei. The booking was to be for the next day, July 22nd through July 29th. They later emailed her back stating it was unavailable. She also booked a flight home at this time, and that flight was for July 29th at 11:55 a.m.
Video footage showed Kiara checking out of a hotel in Kihei that day. At 2 p.m., Kiara was last seen on surveillance video departing Hertz Rent-A-Car at the Kahului Airport alone, where she rented a black 2018 Nissan Sentra at this Kahului car rental agency, and that was for just one night.
Now, it appears that Kiara's intended destination was to visit Waiʻānapanapa State Park. That was the last time anyone heard from her.
The mileage on her rental car indicated that it was driven from Hertz directly to Waiʻānapanapa Park. However, it is possible she stopped along the way but did not veer from the route.
Kiara's family has not been able to find a hotel or camping reservation in Hana for that night, although it is possible she planned to find one when she arrived, or maybe she planned to sleep in her car.
Also noted, the outfit worn in the Hertz video was in the car when it was found, indicating she changed her clothes.
The white shirt she was wearing when checking out of her Kihei hotel earlier that day was not in the car, leading family to believe she was likely wearing it again when she went missing.
Kiara's cell phone was last used on Wi-Fi at 11:04 a.m. the day she disappeared. Then it went straight to voicemail and has not been used since prior to her disappearance. The voicemail is full.
Her credit card and banking activity also stopped on July 21st.
On July 23rd, 2 days later, park officials told her family that her rental car was noticed in the gravel lot at Waiʻānapanapa. The park confirmed it was noticed there on July 23rd, but is unable to say for sure if it was there between the 21st and the 23rd.
July 25th, 2019, 4 days later. Kiara's rental car was officially called in as abandoned to Maui Police Department by park officials. Hertz retrieved the car, which had her luggage as well as her credit card and ID, both hidden in the center console.
The contents of the car were reported to Maui PD. Her cell phone, small backpack, and car key were not in the car and have not been located.
On July 26th, Kihei patrol officers received a call from Kiara's sister, Thea, who reported her missing. The case was officially documented by the Maui Police Department.
Kiara's credit card had been used almost daily since her trip began, both as a credit and debit card, which she used to take out small amounts of cash every few days.
July 28th. Team leaders that had organized a search for missing hiker Amanda Elder, who was found alive and uninjured after 17 days in the Hawaii forest, put out a call for help in finding Kiara.
Chris Berquist, who helped organize the volunteer search, stated, "The challenges of working in Hana are not only logistical, but also technological. Simply put, there's not much cell coverage out there. They had to obtain any apps and maps downloaded beforehand."
Fellow organizer Kimberly Scott, who had been identified on flyers as the family representative, worked on getting flyers out and started to take in information and tips.
Chris Berquist also stated, "I can't emphasize enough the power of the community's support and the role it played in finding Amanda."
Chris provided a rundown of anticipated needs. Lots of foot searching, transport vehicles, food, radios, chairs, FAA drone pilots, scuba divers, tables, office staff, local media to keep people informed and involved, and a good working relationship with the local government resources.
July 29, a Monday. Kiara was scheduled to fly home on this day, but over a week after her disappearance, she did not appear for her scheduled flight home.
July 30th, 2019. On Web Sleuths, a searcher called Finding John Riley updated the public by commenting, "We spent the day searching for Kiara. My advice to everyone is to have a stash where all of your logins and passwords to everything are stored and that one trusted friend or family member has access to it. The family cannot access credit card, banking, or travel without subpoena.
The comment continues. There are no helicopters, no airplanes, and only a handful of searchers that showed up. The police conducted interviews of people in the area and walked 2 main trails. Once again, it is up to the public to find a missing person.
There was even confusion about Kiara's appearance. By one report, we were searching for someone 200 pounds and 5'8", and by another source, she was described as 5'3", 120 pounds. Record this information. Tell a friend or family member how tall you are and how much you weigh.
Finding John Riley continued. The family is coming to Maui tomorrow. The only information other than what is circulating on flyers is that she was spotted at the Waiʻānapanapa parking lot with a hippie-looking guy with long blonde hair who was smoking pot, and she walked off with him. No information on this person's age or what he was wearing or any other details about him.
Conflicting reports about what she is carrying. For sure, her cell phone and car keys, and possibly her backpack with her passport and wallet. Her cell is turned off.
So that report of the hippie-looking guy is very concerning. It was reported to the Maui PD that her ID was in the console. So where is her passport, or was it her driver's license?
Finding John Riley continues. Kiara is Native American. According to her family, she is not an athlete, would not typically take a long hike or explore, and does not have any known wilderness survival skills.
Which is a bit of a contradiction because her family stated she is adventurous, so she might take a long hike and definitely explore.
It continues. Tomorrow, the search resumes with an underwater dive team using underwater scooters, as well as the ground search of the caves and more trails.
It also continues, today we did what they called as a hasty path. Teams went in various assigned directions, stayed on the trails, and took note of any side trails. This area is easily searchable by air. It is a sweeping landscape of lava, rock, and cliffs.
Chris from the Find Amanda team was headquartered in a lot. All searchers used a GPS tracking app. Tomorrow we will have a signal extender because most people could not get cell service. I will continue to post updates.
Then on August 1st, 2019, Finding John Riley continued. Day 2, underwater divers led by Javier searched lava caves in the bay, and a ground search team searched lava tubes. We also canvassed Hana and the backside of Haleakala. Chris and Javier searched from the air by helicopter. A Hawaiian and a young local man led the searches with inside information about the area.
Day 3, the team searched Waiʻānapanapa. Day 4, the volunteer searches are in a holding period.
Unlike the Amanda Eller search, the Khiara Henry search is missing traction in the media and in the community.
A private landowner has offered to let searchers camp in their yard with a bathroom but no shower. This is not far from the search site.
August 2nd, 2 weeks out, police returned to the Waianapanapa area for a follow-up investigation, and although no new leads were found.
Police said in a press release, police and community search efforts in the Waiʻānapanapa Park and surrounding areas have so far been unsuccessful. We would like to thank the Maui search and rescue members for their tenacious efforts in trying to locate Kiara.
And then Finding John Riley weighed in again on August 4th, 2019. The search for Kiara continues. We are meeting at the park in the morning to do a road search to rule out hit and run.
Hotline tips have included a sighting at a Hana food truck and at the Hana Recycling Center. And here's an audio of Kiara's dad.
Definitely humbled us to know that, there's a lot of people out there that care about Kiara and that's, searching for her. Grateful, and we're so appreciative of all the support we've gotten. They wanted to do their best to find Kiara and to help us out in any way, and that was, we're definitely taken back by that.
August 5th, 2019, Finding John Riley weighed in again. Day 11 of Kiara's search. Today was the last day for volunteer searchers. We combed the roadside from Waiʻānapanapa in both directions. No leads have surfaced.
The Maui Police Department issued an update saying they have received several leads. However, none of them could be confirmed at this time.
Tuesday, August 13th. The family said, while we still hold out hope that something innocent is going on, we're growing more and more worried for Kiara's safety. Kiara, if by some stroke of luck you are seeing this or hearing about this, we love you.
And here's an audio of Kiara's mom on what they do not know.
We do not know if she went hiking and we got lost or hurt in the park. We do not know if she went to meet somebody. We do not know if she picked up a hitchhiker or met with foul play in the parking lot.
August 30th, 2019, 6 weeks out. Police officials released new surveillance video from the car rental place in an attempt to gain new information about Kiara's whereabouts.
She is a spontaneous woman, and it would not be unlike her to have changed her plans, her mother said. As days go by, we grow more and more worried about her.
And on this day, August 30th, another hiker, Kyle Brittain, went missing.
He had informed family members that he was going hiking on the Big Island for the day. He did not return or has not been heard from by his family and friends since, despite intensive search efforts by Hawaii County and volunteer search and rescue teams.
Search Tech Advisory Team leader Chris Berquist joined the search upon Kyle's father's request on September 3rd.
And with all due respect and not wanting to upset Kyle's family and loved ones, we did find an article dated April 27th, 2020. The only reason we mention this is because photos of Kyle showed him wearing a tank top.
There was a discovery of a decomposed body wearing a tank top near Honoka'a, which is 8 miles from where Kyle supposedly began his hike.
There has not been an update on this article, and we hope the outcome is a positive one for Kyle's family.
September 6, 2019. Kiara's family offered a $10,000 reward for any information leading to her safe return and/or the arrest and conviction of the person or persons responsible for her disappearance.
The instructions for the reward asked tipsters to use the family tip line 808-757-5102.
Additionally, upon the family's request, the video was released of Kiara at her hotel in Kihei, and those images provided clearer video of her.
On September 9th, Kiara's father asked for help, and here's the audio.
It's been tough. It's been, gut-wrenching. It's been really hard. It's been really hard, especially not having anything to go on. It's just been so tough with, just not knowing where she is or how she's doing, what state she's in. I mean, we don't really know anything. So, yeah, if someone knows where she is, just please contact us.
September 10th, 2019. To my sister, it's been almost 2 months without you, and it's been the longest and hardest months of our lives. Every day you're on my mind and in my dreams. Wherever you are, I hope you are safe and not in harm's way. Without you, we don't feel whole. You are a missing piece to our puzzle. I hope to see you and hug you again. I love you so much. Your sister, Thea.
September 13th, 2019. Search teams for Kiara have mostly been looking for her in the area where her rental vehicle was found at Waiʻānapanapa State Park. But her family's efforts have been spread all over the island.
And here's an audio of Kiara's dad saying where they have looked.
We've been looking in Kihei, Kahului, Hana, been Nahiku. I mean, we've been dropping flyers off, been meeting with PD.
The family says the support they've received, especially from the Hana community, has helped to keep the hope alive.
September 18th, 2019. Missing on Maui for 59 days. Kiara's family announced on Facebook that they're heading home.
Her family said that they need to handle things at home and regroup so we can plan our next steps. We will be back to search for Kiara again.
The family wrote a letter to the community of Maui. It's now been 59 days since Kiara was last seen. Sadly, we still don't have any substantial information about her whereabouts. It's been gut-wrenching not knowing where our daughter is or what may have happened to her.
We leave your beautiful island today with our heads hung very low. After 2 months of searching, we need to handle things at home and regroup so we can plan our next steps. We will be back to search for Kiara again.
We want to thank everyone for their continued support. We want to thank the Maui Police Department, Kimberly Scott, Sarah Haynes, and MSAR for their commitment and long-term dedication towards finding Kiara.
We also want to thank so many others who have helped: STAT, the helicopter pilots, jet ski searchers, search dog owners, the volunteer hikers, divers and rappellers, those who have hung flyers, covered her in the press, and shared her on social media.
We also want to thank those who have called with tips and information. The search is ongoing and we continue to investigate leads. And thank you to all who have made donations, which will assist in what is now moving into a long-term search.
We are not giving up. We will be back as soon as we regroup and figure out how best to navigate this heartbreaking situation. Mahalo, Kevin and Monica Henry.
September 24th, 2019. The Henry family was sad to learn that Jennifer Pate had been fired from Hertz Rent-A-Car. When Kiara's rental car was found abandoned in Waiʻānapanapa State Park with her luggage, credit card, and ID in it, Jennifer alerted us that our daughter might be in trouble. Apparently, using a customer's information, in this case Kiara's name, goes against Hertz policy.
We understand that companies have rules for good reason, but their decision not to contact us that day, in Jen's eyes, was unconscionable. So this single mother of 2 children, Kiara's age, decided a stranger's safety was more important and began searching for us online when she got home. Jen found Kiara's sister on Facebook, alerted us, and we immediately filed a missing persons report.
If it had not been for Jen's courage, when would we have realized Kiara was missing? We wouldn't know that she had rented a car. We wouldn't know it was found in a park. Our family would be weeks, if not months, behind in an investigation that is already proving to be incredibly difficult to solve.
Jen says she has been with Hertz for 2.5 years and has never had a warning. Regardless, it appears she may not get unemployment because she was fired for just cause. We are so sorry you lost your job, but we are confident that you will land on your feet in no time. People like you make this world a safer and more loving place. You showed our family true aloha. You are our family's hero. Much love, the Henrys.
October 12th, 2019. The Henry family has hired a private investigator from Oahu to work on Kiara's disappearance. Should you know anything about her case, please contact them. Thank you.
The Kiamalu Consulting and Investigations LLC stated on October 9th, in order to facilitate the flow of information in the most expedient manner, we have created a dedicated missing persons Zello channel, which is free to the public and works on all platforms.
This channel allows the public to speak and leave messages and text pictures and other text. They are also able to pin a location on a map if the missing person is found or is believed to be there.
We invite all concerned, and especially those in the geographical location of the missing person, to join the channel and share any information with credible leads that they may have.
October 25th, 2019, a Friday. The family is back on the island. A few of the Henry family members and several volunteers waved signs off the intersection of Hana Highway and Dairy Road on Friday.
The goal of the rally, Kiara's sister explained, was to remind the public that Kiara is still missing.
We're hoping to keep her face in people's memories so that they can keep an eye out for her, Thea added.
Without answers, you don't have closure. We'll never stop looking for her until we get answers and we find her.
Thea said the efforts of law enforcement and members of the community have been excellent.
October 27, 2019, 98 days missing. There has been no progress in the search, but her family isn't giving up. And here's an audio from her parents.
We are now on our 98th day, and we're still searching for Kiara. There is still an ongoing police investigation, and we hired a private detective of our own to help in determining the whereabouts of Kiara. As days and months go by, it gets harder to cope with the reality of what's happening. And with the holidays rolling around, our family is feeling the devastation of Kiara's absence. But we will not stop and we will not give up until we find our daughter, Kiara.
We held our rally this past Friday to raise awareness to the fact that we are still searching for Kiara.
February 10th, 2020. To the community of Maui from the Henry family, we'd like to send out a heartfelt thank you. While we are actively looking for our daughter, Kiara, we are aware that you are too, and that means so much to us.
It has now been 204 days since our Kiara was last seen. We remain devastated and heartbroken with each second that goes by. You have stuck by us through our most heartbreaking moments and continue to be our pillar of strength and hope in knowing that you are still keeping Kiara in your hearts and minds.
We continue to receive tips about possible sightings. However, none have led to the whereabouts of Kiara. Very recently, we received live text photos of someone in the Maui Mall who we were absolutely sure was Kiara. Our team rushed down there, but sadly this person who looks so much like Kiara was verified as not her by both our local team and police.
This was a heartbreaking letdown for our family, but we are beyond grateful and extremely appreciative that the community is continuing to keep an eye out for Kiara. Even when it's not her, it is a huge help to know that you are looking.
Please, if you think you see her, take photos first thing, then reach out to us right away. This is so we have time to send police and/or a family friend to meet the person and verify ASAP.
We miss Kiara so much, and we only ask if you think you see her, please take a picture if possible. React as quickly as you might need to, and please alert the police.
Our hearts and prayers go out to those who are missing loved ones and anyone who lost loved ones.
March 7th, 2020, for her 24th birthday, the family gathered to have a small ceremony releasing balloons with notes inside.
To the community of Maui and family, today is our baby Kiara's birthday. The ache and agony we feel at this time is something I cannot put into words.
I've been thinking all week about this day, and one night I was watching the Goldbergs, and Beverly had said something that stuck with me. She said, "Someday, when you're a parent, you're going to see how hard it is to worry about your kids every moment of every day."
I feel like there's a little piece of my heart floating around out there, and I may never get it back.
As a mother, I felt that so deeply, and I'm hoping that one day someone will return the piece of my heart that is missing. Happy birthday, baby. We love and miss you so much.
And from Kiara's sister, don't really know how to type this, but today is Kiara's 24th birthday. Wish she was here for us to celebrate.
But every day, from when I wake up and when I go to sleep, you are on my mind, wondering where you are. Don't know if you'll ever see this, but happy birthday, sister. I miss you, and more than you'll ever know. We'll never stop looking for you. I love you.
On Facebook, May 8th, 2020. Today is the first time we went through Kiara's stuff since she's been missing. My mom neatly put everything away for if she returns, it'll all be there for her.
Sadly, we don't have any new updates. And with everything that's going on in the world today, it has made it hard for us to come back to Maui. Hope everyone is staying safe and well. But every day we hope and pray she's out there and finds her way home. One thing I ask is before you start commenting about her possible falling in the water, just know that we have thought of that scenario plenty of times, but we are human, and no one wants to constantly see or hear that. Thank you, Kiara's sister.
July 21st, 2020. From the Find Khiara Henry Facebook page. Today marks 1 year Khiara Henry is missing. To our family, friends, and the island of Maui, the day that we hoped would never arrive has arrived. 1 year ago today marks the last time Kiara was seen.
This year has been a year of struggle, anger, sadness, and every emotion you could possibly imagine. We miss her every single second, minute, and hour of the day. As time goes by, we realize that it doesn't get easier. We wake up to the same reality every day.
So many questions with very little answers. We are trying to stay strong as a family, but the unknown has taken a toll on us all. But we do know that we have to stay strong for Kiara. She needs us. We are her voice now, and we will not give up until we find the answers we so desperately seek.
We ask the community to please continue to share her picture. If anybody knows anything, we now have a $15,000 reward for information. We're really hoping somebody will speak up, and we promise we will never out you. We just want to find our beloved Kiara.
If you know something, please call the family hotline at 808-757-5102. We are no longer listing the police line because our detective does not return our calls, and we don't know if they follow up on your tips.
If you want to call them, you can, but otherwise please use our family hotline so we can make sure the information you give us is followed up by either the police or our family and friends. You may also message us on Facebook.
Please share this post so we can reach more people. Thank you, Monica and family. The Maui community has been so supportive, Monica Henry said. When we came to Maui, they embraced us. I want to thank them for keeping an eye out for her and sending tips in.
And the Henry family started a petition to the Maui Police Department. It states, "It has been a year and her family is still searching for answers. They worked tirelessly to find her, conducting aerial searches, ground searches, and they used volunteers and law enforcement, professional divers, and even still, they have no answers today."
When Kiara first went missing, the Maui Police Department was assisting her family in their search. They were leading the investigation. However, as time passed without any new leads, the case has gone cold.
Her family is hoping to revitalize interest in her story. There isn't a day that passes where they don't feel the pain of her absence, and they deserve answers. Unfortunately, Kiara is one of many unsolved missing person cases in Maui. As we seek answers and action for her, we want to bring to attention the stories of other missing persons and their families as well.
We are calling on all of you to help us in our mission. The purpose of this petition is to reignite urgency within the Maui Police Department. Her family is hurting and they need support.
And as a side note, this petition has since been closed and unfortunately got little support.
August 3rd, 2020, a NamUs case was created.
September 11th, 2020. Despite being plagued by nonstop questions, the family of Kiara said one thing is for sure. We are not going to stop looking for her. At this point, we are never going to give up, ever.
Since then, there have been many tips, but nothing solid, said family members who live in Nevada and California. They took about 4 trips to search East Maui until the pandemic restricted travel.
That's what makes my sister's case so hard. We have no evidence of anything, her sister said. Evidence we could have had is gone. For instance, the rental vehicle was towed back and cleaned completely. If there was anything that did happen to her, it's gone.
Her family said that they miss Kiara every day, but holidays and special events have been especially hard.
It's been a struggle, a constant battle. We've had every emotion you could possibly imagine, her mother said.
So let's recap. Kiara went to Maui on vacation. She was staying at a hotel in Kihei. She rented a car on July 21st, 2019, which was a Friday. This was for one day to visit Waiʻānapanapa State Park. Her rental car was noticed in a gravel parking lot at this park on July 23rd and was called in as abandoned on July 25th.
Her luggage, credit card, and an identification were inside, but her car key, cell phone, and a small backpack were missing and have never been located. And her case is still unsolved.
Did Kiara drive straight to the park and arrive at 4:30 p.m.? Or did she stop at a fruit stand, a hotel, or somewhere else along the way? Her credit card wasn't used if she did stop.
Did she pick up a hitchhiker? So many things could have happened. The family talked to the tour bus drivers, people in the park, etc. There were some potential sightings, but none have been able to be confirmed.
Did she meet anyone on her tours on July 19th and July 20th?
The rental car keys and Kiara's cell phone and a small backpack were never found. So did she take them on the hike, or was she taken there?
Was the black Nissan Sentra she was driving placed there by someone else?
They found the outfit shown in the video in the rental car. Did she pull over and change along the way and someone took advantage of her then?
Wouldn't it have been better if Maui Police Department took Kiara's rental car to conduct a forensic investigation, rather than Hertz Rent-A-Car Company retrieving the car and reporting the contents to the Maui Police Department?
Her credit card and ID were both hidden in the center console at the time of her disappearance. Would she leave them there to go hiking, or would she just keep them in her backpack with her to keep them secure?
What about the comment on web sleuths from Finding John Riley that Kiara was spotted at the Waiʻānapanapa parking lot with a hippie-looking guy with long blonde hair who was smoking pot, and that she walked off with him? Have the police validated this? Was it an actual lead?
If this area is easily searchable by air and is a sweeping landscape of lava, rock, and cliffs, why couldn't the air search find Kiara?
Was Kiara a swimmer? It is reported that at the Black Sand Beach, it is rough surf, and it would not be recommended to swim there, but that people were trying anyway. Did she try swimming? If so, her backpack and clothing should have been located on the beach.
Kiara attempted to book a condo at Sugar Beach Resort, also in Kihei, for the next day, July 22nd, after checking out of her hotel on July 21st. Was she planning on sleeping in her car the night of the 21st?
The Find Kiara Facebook page has 3,460 total followers.
A GoFundMe page was started by her sister Thea of Sparks, Nevada. The family was raising funds to pay for divers, helicopter pilots, and drone operators. This fundraiser is no longer accepting donations. It raised $2,590.
If anyone who was in the Waiʻānapanapa area between July 21st and July 26th of 2019 and or has information on Kiara's whereabouts, please contact the Maui Police Department at 808-270-6516 or 808-244-6400. The instructions for the reward ask tipsters to use the family tip line, 808-757-5102.
Please help keep Kiara's story alive. She is a sweet, independent, adventurous young woman. She is loved deeply by her mother, her father, and her sister Thea. Please bring her home to them. Thank you for joining us here on Mysteriously Missing.
Thanks, everyone.